All right, so we're going to turn lemons into lemonade this week by creating our next Sync 60 challenge during the coronavirus shutdown, lockdown, slowdown, quarantining, whatever you want to call it. A lot of you guys I know are spending a lot more time at home right now. Your work maybe has slowed down quite a bit or maybe to next to nothing. And even though there are uncertain times right now, and I know a lot of people are worried about when the economy is going to come back, and spoiler alert, it will come back. I think sooner than people think. But I think we should definitely right now be more productive and more focused on our sync licensing careers than ever, because this is an opportunity if you have a lot of free time to focus on improving your producing skills, mixing skills, mastering skills, learning a DAW program, learning some new plugins, some new software, maybe just creating an entire 10 or 12 track album, which you can do fairly easily within 2 months. Okay, 60 days is a long period, especially now if you have some extra time on your hands. Okay, and our next Sync 60 challenge is going to start tomorrow on Monday. Okay, so all of you here on YouTube can participate and follow along with us, but if you join us or you're already in Sync Academy, I've got an even bigger prize than I did last time. If you guys remember the last one we did, I was handing out the complete S49 Midi keyboard. This is the Native Instruments keyboard that works with its plugins. And so that was basically a little carrot that I gave to those of you that were in Sync Academy, followed along with it, and marked yes on every week's progress chart so that we could see that you really did achieve your goals and you were really active in this participation. Okay, so this time I'm upping the stakes even more, just a little bit more. This time we're going with the S61 keyboard. So, and this one also comes with the 11 software bundle. So you're actually going to get some plugins and sounds to immediately work with. So this is an even larger keyboard. I think it's about $780 if you bought this new. And this will be going to one Sync Academy member. You must be in Sync Academy to win this. Okay, again, the point of Sync 60 is for you to complete your goal. That should be your ultimate carrot, your ultimate sort of driver in participating. But I like to make it a little bit more fun. And I think this actually made a bit of a difference for a lot of you guys last time, that a lot of you want something like this. This would really make a difference in your production skills and your approach and your workflow. So hopefully this just kind of kicks some of you guys a little bit more into gear and provides just a little bit more motivation to really achieve the goal that you set out for yourself. Okay. If you've never participated, you don't know what I'm talking about with the Sync 60 challenge. It's very simple. For 60 days, we are going to plan out a goal for ourselves individually, whatever your goals might happen to be. And there's no goal too small. Some people think, well, I just need to learn how to use a compressor. That's something that I should probably be able to do in a week. Maybe I need a bigger goal. It depends on where you are, what kind of free time you have. If this is the only kind of time you can devote to it, at least go for that. At least go for mastering one plugin or one sound or one new instrument. Maybe you're brand new to producing music. You've never really worked with a DAW program before. Maybe you're about to download Logic Pro or Ableton or Pro Tools, and it's been sitting there and you just haven't opened it and you haven't tried to start using it. This could be your challenge to basically just get familiar with your DAW, whatever that goal might be. There's no goal too small. So, but make sure it's a realistic goal. Okay. You're not going to have if you're not at full-time income right now with licensing, you're not going to get the full-time income with music licensing in 60 days. Okay. Sorry to be a dream killer there. This takes a lot longer than that to actually start to see some results. But what you can do in 60 days is create a full album, or if you have an album, you can start pitching to music libraries. And yes, many of them are open to submissions right now during the coronavirus situation. A lot of them are still moving forward. They have a lot of clients that need a lot of music, and many of them are still taking on new writers. So you can map out how you want to pitch to those libraries. So whatever your individual goal is, you should be participating with us to achieve that. Okay. And the big thing why Sync 60 is very effective is accountability. Okay. Especially inside of Sync Academy, we have a community accountability system here where we have a public progress chart. And so every single week I will repost it for everybody so that they can get to it immediately. And I ask you guys to click, did you achieve your goal for this week? And you're going to map out all 8 weeks goals one at a time. So you get to plan out what you're going to do each week. And I want all members, I hope for all members to go in there and mark yes. I even appreciate though, some of them that do mark in, or they log in and they'll mark no. It's not the best answer, but I do appreciate the honesty and at least that they are actively participating with us. It actually shows that they care about it, because there's no reason why you couldn't get to the next week and catch up on the work that you missed for the previous one. So just because you miss 1 week doesn't mean the entire challenge is you're failed the challenge. That just means you got to maybe kick it up a little bit to try to catch up with where you really need to be. Okay. So I hope with this what was it, 61? I always forget. Yes, S61 keyboard. And obviously with the accountability that we have in the Sync Academy platform, that many of you guys can get something really useful done during this coronavirus situation. So I see this as a massive opportunity, and I know a lot of you guys have been looking for a reason, looking for an excuse, looking for some sort of a way to get something done that you've been putting off, been needing to get done. So don't let that happen anymore. Make this your priority, okay? So what I'm gonna do throughout the next 60 days is on my YouTube channel. We'll do weekly updates with it. If you're in Sync Academy, I'm gonna post a brand new, fresh progress chart so you guys will know how you can start basically filling out your goals. If you wanna be eligible to win this keyboard, okay? Like I said, you have to be with us in Sync Academy. And so I'm gonna allow anybody to join for this entire week. And I think I'll probably cut it off on Monday, this next coming Monday. Not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow. So you'll basically have 1 week to join us, because that means I want you to be with us for the entire time. You need to be logging in every single week, marking yes on all of your columns. I want to make sure that you are dedicated to this thing if you're going to qualify to win. And at the end, all the members that have marked yes on every single week's column, and of course you would be marking yes on your final Sync 60 goal, you're going to be entered into a draft lottery picking thing. That's what I did last time, and I'll just assign a random number to you, and one random Sync Academy member will get this keyboard shipped to you right away, immediately, okay? And I'm very certain that I'm going to be able to do that. I don't think that we're going to have any situation where I can't go to the mailbox and mail this thing out. So I will definitely get that to you, and I'll pay for the priority overnight shipping or whatever it is to get it to you as soon as possible, okay? So either way, whatever you guys decide to do, if you're going to join us in Sync Academy, awesome. If not, I still want you guys all to participate with us and get something done for the coming 60 days. For each week, when I come on YouTube and talk about what we're doing for each week, I will also post below the correlating video that I've been releasing previously for the Sync 60 challenges. And every single week, I have sort of like specific targeted goals or mindset sort of training that I basically have provided for every member here on Sync on my YouTube, my YouTube channel, or in Sync Academy. And I think what you're going to do is, as you go through each one of these videos, they're about 30 minutes to an hour each, you're going to be picking up very, very useful skills to keep yourself motivated and encouraged, and also to start developing these skills to set a goal for yourself 30 or 60 days into the future, map it out and achieve it. And there's a lot of moving parts to that. It's not, easier said than done, of course. I know a lot of you guys have participated and maybe you got halfway through or a couple weeks and you realize, man, I'm kind of falling off here. Try not to let that happen this time. Try to learn from your mistakes and don't make the same mistake twice. Double down on your efforts and really commit to this thing. But I think these videos that you guys are going to get and all this training you're going to get through the Sync 60 challenge is going to be something that serves you well beyond the next 60 days. And that's the whole idea of this. It's not for you to wait for us to do the Sync 60 to get whatever you need to get done. But I want you to use this as sort of a training, kind of a boot camp exercise, so that when it's over and you've said, yes, I've done it. Yes, I achieved my goal. You're going to build that confidence that you can do this kind of stuff. You can set a goal for yourself and achieve it. And then if you need to do that again in the future, you're working with a library and they say, hey, Joe, I need 12 tracks from you in 2 weeks. Boy, you better plan that out. You better figure out how to get that thing ready to go, right? And you have to make sure that you have these skills in place to do it. This is going to be your path to success, is getting a deadline, setting a goal for how to get there, and most importantly, executing. You got to do it. Sometimes having accountability with a community like we have in Sync Academy really does help. Also in Sync Academy, if you guys are not aware, we have a feedback corner. So as you're completing, let's say you're creating a whole album for the next 60 days, every time you get a track completed each week, post it to the feedback corner and ask for some feedback from your fellow members. Everybody is very, very giving, very, very willing to listen to each other's tracks and give useful feedback, not just cool stuff. Nah, I don't like it. But I've instructed people, if you're going to be in Sync Academy and you're going to be one of our members and help out with the feedback process, you need to be giving some very useful and actionable tips for people to be able to take, or point out specific things that you think could be improved, okay? So I don't think you're gonna get better feedback actually on the internet at all right now. I think it's one of the best places to do that. And of course you get access to the over 140 or 150 hours worth of video tutorials that are in Sync Academy. So all that stuff is there for you guys. from now, forever basically. And every single month, we're actually adding new tutorials to the platform. We got a couple new ones coming up here actually, because we're coming up to the 1st of April. So some really great stuff is coming your guys' way in Sync Academy. If you're not in Sync Academy, I encourage you and invite you to join us. I'll put a link in the description box below. You guys can join. You'll have this entire week to join us to be eligible to win this keyboard. So we'll see you guys in Sync Academy. We'll see you here on the YouTube channel. And whatever you're doing, make sure you're getting some stuff done for the next 60 days.